Hey guys, so I'm out here with another W211 video. Hopefully this one helps you guys out because I found a couple videos, but they weren't really straight to the point. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Issue we were dealing with was the gauge cluster looked exactly like this when plugged into the car. I unplugged the 52 and the 64 fuse in the fuse block that's in the engine bay on the driver's side, and nothing happened. Gauge cluster looked like this. Again, nothing happened. So I figured I need to get a new gauge cluster. So I pulled this bezel off, and this just pulls out. You just get, this one is broken, but you just get a trim tool and you pull out very gently, and that's how it undoes these clips. And there's more in-depth videos on other people's channels that show how to remove it properly. I'm just giving you guys a quick run through. This pulls off. You just wiggle it, not aggressively, because I believe that is a potentiometer. Not sure, but it does rotate, so you don't want to damage that. So pull this off carefully. Then this comes off with these clips right here all around. You will have to break that tape. But there's clips. There's 5 clips. 3 on the top and 2 on the bottom. One there, one there. And these are T25 Torx, so that'll actually remove the cluster from the vehicle itself. They will not fall out. They are captured, so you don't have to worry about that. Pull that off. And here's the, obviously, the cluster. Here's the back side. So what I did is I managed to find a video. Wasn't in English, but I did find a video. And what they did, hold on, bear with me here. So I did send power to the gauge cluster itself. So let me see if I can get this in the realm here. So this pin on your far left, if I can get it to focus. I can't get it to focus. Anyways, so you're just going to bear with me. This pin on the far left is your ground. You move over 3 pins and you will send power down those 2 terminals. So there's that stud right there. That's your ground. Move over 3 terminals. On the 4th and 5th one, that will be your power that you send to check your gauge cluster. Now mine just came on very briefly, didn't do anything. Again, my cluster was dead. And I had just replaced the main battery, I replaced the auxiliary battery. Nothing changed. I did need to replace them. They were very old. So I needed to replace them anyways, but that didn't fix my issue. Now this comes off, for those who don't know, right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right there. And they just take a little bit of effort to pry off, and your circuit board will break free from the rear cluster bracket piece. So what I did to resurrect mine, and I'll show you later, I was going to hit all these terminals, all these resistors and whatnot with a soldering iron. But with how small some of these resistors are, the tip of the soldering iron is too big. So what I did is I grabbed my Ace Hardware heat gun on speed 2, and I just heated up the whole circuit board. And the moment I knew to stop, and I was very careful with these ribbon harnesses, I didn't disconnect this circuit board from the harness. I didn't disconnect these. I just heated everything up. And I did it to the point where I could smell the solder. I know some of you might not know what that smells like, but it is a very distinct smell. It's a kind of a sweet-ish smell. But anyways, I heated it up to that point, let it cool down, and I went to go plug it back in the car. Everything's working. And I will show you right now that it does work. So I'll plug this back in. Be very careful with the faces, because you do have, or right now I have the faces facing down of the cluster. So we'll rotate this one upwards. Get it back in, and it just clips back into place. Be careful on what you push on though, because again, it is a circuit board. All right, that's fully seated. And I'm just gonna go plug it in like this. so helps if you grab your keys sometimes. So, again, my cluster was completely dead. All right, and you will want to lower your steering wheel all the way down and all the way towards you. I will have to set you guys down because I cannot make this connection with one hand. If you can do it with one hand, props to you, but that's not me. So let me set you down real quick. And this is your gauge cluster connector. Right now there is a little tab here that locks that into place. So I'm gonna go ahead and slide that in the back. Hold on. All right, gauge cluster in, and as you can see, sorry about that, as you can see, it is working. Before, everything was completely dead, like it looked exactly how you saw it on the table there. And if I put the key in, wherever I placed it, hold on, I will show you that it does indeed work. Key in, position on, and the gauge cluster is working again. Again, I replaced both batteries and I went to go start the vehicle again to drive it. Cluster was completely dead, as you saw it on the table. Just hit everything with a heat gun. Be cautious, you don't want to overheat something. But I just did it to where I could smell the solder. I figured that was warm enough, let it cool down, reconnect it, and there you go. Now all the convenience features are working. My steering wheel will function as it did. The headlights, the exterior lights aren't coming on as they please, which it was doing before. And hopefully this helps you guys out. All right, I appreciate it. See you guys on the next video.